The groom was horrified to find that the bride's shoes were made of paper. At first, he thought it was a village custom, but when he went to help the bride put on her shoes in the bridal room, he realized something was wrong. He heard the sound of cracking bones from her feet and felt that something was off. Just as he was about to carry her to the wedding sedan, he discovered that she was as light as paper. The bride explained that she had managed her body well and didn't eat much. She said it was probably just his excitement that made her feel so light. She urged him to hurry so they wouldn't miss the wedding time. However, as they were on their way to the banquet, the groom's childhood friend rushed over looking nervous. He told the groom that something was wrong with the bride. The groom was angry at first, thinking his friend was jealous of him marrying the village beauty. But the friend told him that 2 days ago, he saw the bride's father burning paper in the woods, crying and shouting that his daughter had died unjustly. The groom finally realized that he might have been tricked by his uncle. It turned out that 2 days ago, he had rushed back from the city for an arranged marriage. When he arrived at the village, he saw a funeral procession from the neighboring village, and the ropes used to carry the coffin were red. He was confused and asked the driver why they used red ropes, and the driver explained that it was likely a young person who died an unnatural death. As a city man, the groom didn't believe the driver. When he got to the village, his uncle was already waiting for him at the village entrance. He immediately took him to meet the bride's family. When the groom saw the woman, he was stunned. It was a woman he had once pursued, but at the time, he felt he wasn't good enough for her. Now, she was his potential bride. To his surprise, the woman told him she had been waiting for him all these years. She promised that if he married her, she would not only waive the dowry, but also bring a gift of 88,000. The groom was dumbfounded. Such a good deal had fallen into his lap, and he excitedly agreed to marry her. The woman then gave him a small box as a meeting gift. Without looking inside, the groom gave her the bracelet his grandmother had given him. But when the groom returned home and his grandmother saw the box, she was stunned. She opened it to find a set of fortune-telling sticks and a strand of hair. The grandmother stared at it and asked who gave it to him. Suddenly, the groom's uncle said it was a token of sincerity from the bride, and that young people nowadays often give such gifts. He urged the grandmother not to worry, as he was handling the groom's marriage. The grandmother looked at the fortune-telling coins in her hand but said nothing. Soon the family began to put up wedding decorations. However, to the groom's surprise, the wedding was scheduled for midnight. The uncle explained that this was a village tradition that couldn't be broken, but the groom's grandmother knew something was wrong. She explained that midnight was the time when the yin energy was the strongest, so no wedding should be held then. The uncle insisted that getting married at midnight would be better for the child. Soon the procession arrived at the bride's house to fetch her. However, during the wedding ceremony, the bride's father refused to let them pay respects to him. During the couple's bowing ceremony, the groom suddenly heard the sound of the bride's bones cracking. He shouted loudly, asking what the sound was. The uncle quickly signaled for the bride to be sent to the bridal chamber. Confused, the groom asked his uncle what was going on. The uncle stammered, saying he must have heard wrong, and told him to go outside to the banquet. But while everyone was eating, the groom saw his childhood friend rush over. The friend told him to run, saying his new wife wasn't human. Recalling everything that had happened and all the strange occurrences, the groom instantly realized that this wasn't a simple situation. Seeing the groom still hesitating, the friend pulled out a small bottle from his pocket. He said it contained cow's tears, and if the groom rubbed it on his eyes, he would see things he couldn't normally see. After saying that, the friend hurriedly left. Looking at the bottle in his hand, the groom opened it, and soon everyone urged him to hurry and enter the bridal chamber. Surrounded by everyone, he opened the bedroom door and went in. Seeing the bride sitting on the bed, he knew the truth was right in front of him. He had already rubbed the cow's tears on his eyes. When he lifted the red veil with his own hands, he saw something far more terrifying.